What prison were you incarcerated in?
DC Department of Correction. It had a facility outside of DC, about 26 miles outside of DC, called Lorton Reformatory, the infamous Lorton Reformatory. It's no longer existent. It was crazy. It's like being on the street. It was just like being on the street. Anything that you wanted, you could get. You could do anything in the penitentiary because it's an open dormitory type of setting. Yeah, except when you go behind the wall, which is maximum security. And so you could do anything in Lorton Reformatory. There's a lot of background information about that dynamic of Lorton Reformatory. And it was like 26 miles from D.C. And so it was close to home than most uh, prisons. And so I did after the last time I went to the hole, it dawned on me my status of being an honorably discharged veteran, and that I could use that to organize around. And they would have to respect my organization, organizing around Veterans Affairs in prison, what we call incarcerated veterans. I set up an organization called Incarcerated Veterans Assistance Organization.
Quick,
And
quick follow-up question, Ari. Uh, so I'm really interested in the effects of solitary confinement on human beings, but it seems to me that if you're dealing with undiagnosed trauma and PTSD, you would survive the Vietnam War. That would be especially hard to deal with. How did you survive or cope with a year and a half in the hole?
now this year and a half over different time frames of that 5 years. All
So
right.
not at the same time.
Not
Okay.
totally a year and a half in the hole, right? It's about that 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. That was the RAM. And I spent about, over the 5 years, probably about a year and a half in the hole. So I realized I was working against myself, right? And I realized that now, when I came back out to the general population, I realized there was other veterans, other Vietnam veterans. 25% of Lord Reformatory was veterans, right? All right, and so I decided to organize them. That's in my blood. And so I organized them into what we call the Incarcerated Veterans Assistance Organization and was approved by the VA. We had an office approved by the VA inside the prison. And for that development, I was acknowledged at the White House by Jimmy Carter, with Jimmy Carter doing the acknowledgement. All right, I think I shared a picture with you at the time. And so it was that type of commitment to veterans that I had because, if we was in war together, anytime you're in war with somebody and they're on your side and you all survive, there's a very close blood, love, bond, right? Bond. And so that's what happened, that's what the blood love is all about in the war. You're willing to die for the man next to you.